Hello my marvellous sausages, with only just over a week to go before the new season turns up. Still don't know what it's bloody called yet, but anyway, here's 5 things that you need to be doing this week to get ready for season 17. Number 1, complete your season pass. Make sure you get what you've paid for, check all your ranks, make sure there's nothing that you haven't collected from this season's pass before the new one rolls along. And here's point number 2, check on the Bungie website as well that you haven't got anything left over from last season's pass to collect, because Bungie website only holds the previous season and the current season. So what's going to happen is Season of the Risen will become the previous season and Season of the Lost pass will completely bugger off. So make sure you check that and pick up anything that you haven't. You might have a few exotic engrams hanging over, so do that now. Number 3, stock up on all your materials if you can, as much as you can. So that's Glimmer, Enhancement cores, legendary shards, planetary materials. They're usually mostly in demand in the early part of the season, so make sure you gather as many of those as you can. Now Glimmer is pretty easy to pick up. You can just trade in planetary materials from Master Rahul to get it, or legendary shards even if you're flush with them. However, there is one planetary material that is going away for good, and that's a Tangled Shore planetary material called Etheric Spiral. Now make sure you use that up before the new season starts on May 24th, because it's completely going as well. Hopefully this upcoming week Bungie will make sure that there's a way to trade it in for other materials as we go through the week, or even Glimmer. Lovely. Next, enhancement cores, of vital importance for upgrading all your larks. Now you get the enhancement cores from just generally leveling up from the vendors, dismantling legendary and masterwork gear. If you've invested cores in armor to upgrade, you generally get some back if you do dismantle it, but you won't get the whole amount, but you will get some refund there, so that's to bear in mind. If you see something that you're not using, get rid of it. Gunsmith bounties will give you enhancement cores, and also so will Hawthorne's weekly clan engram reward. You know, if you do the challenges and do 8 bounties as well, that's well worth thinking about. Legend Lost Sectors and Nightfalls also drop them, but don't forget, if you've got any finest matter weave in your inventory, use them up as well. Take one like a medicine and kill higher level enemies. That'll give you a core to drop. Legendary shards you get from dismantling legendary gear, as you all know, and you can also get them as rewards from any activity that rewards powerful or pinnacle gear. So that's one thing to bear in mind. And another thing to think of, vault cleaning is also a good way, as you might have loads of junk stored up there and you'll probably get boatloads of legendary shards and no doubt an enhancement core or 2 as well. That's well worth considering if you've got a spare hour. Now, weapon crafting materials. Now don't forget, the weapon crafting materials are basically all going to be going away for season 17, so the only one you really need to extract now is the neutral element. The ruinous, adroit, mutable, energetic and the drowned elements are all going away, so if you're completing any new red bar weapons before the season, remember to only extract neutral element. Anything else really is just a waste, unless of course you're after something specific this week before the season sods off. Ascendant alloy, that's another thing to think about. That's going to be used for your weapon crafting. This can be bought from old snooty drawers Rahul in the tower, and there's also one a week that you can earn from doing the weekly Witch Queen story mission as well, so bear that in mind for the old Ascendant alloys. Enhancement prisms you can get from Nightfalls, but remember, the higher level Nightfall you do, the better chance you've got of them dropping, and they're also a vendor reward as well. And Ascendant shards can only be earned via Master Nightfalls or Grandmaster Nightfalls, and don't forget you can get them from your vendor reset once you reach level 16, so check all your vendors first. Number 4, check all the vendors, make sure you've collected everything that you've earned, otherwise you'll completely lose all of it. And the ornament for the Reckless Endangerment shotgun, if you're within spitting distance of getting that, it's well worth putting in the effort to put in the extra levels to get it, because what happens is, once the new season rolls over, it'll go into the exotic kiosk where you can buy all previous ornaments for ritual weapons, but they are quite expensive to buy. It's 75,000 Glimmer, 100 legendary shards, 2 enhancement prisms and 1 Ascendant shard, so if you're close to earning it, you may as well get them now. And the final thing you want to be doing is getting some bounties in, because XP is really valuable in the very early part of the season, because it goes to help you unlock the new mods in the artifact and some lovely juicy stuff on your season pass as well. Now you basically want to be collecting weeklies and dailies. So as for weekly ones, you want to get the 2 from Eris, the 2 from from the Lectern of Enchantment, so they're both on the moon, 2 from Shorhan in the Cosmodrome, 2 from Varix, and also the 4 clan bounties if you're in a clan as well. Iron Banner bounties are not rolling over this time because they're disappearing altogether with the new Iron Banner rework. So if you're holding them in your inventory now, even after Iron Banana is finished, cash them in to get your rewards because they're completely useless, I'm afraid. Sorry about that. Then once you've had all those weeklies, stock up on any other dailies that you can that take your fancy because, you know, they're just dailies, aren't they? Personally, I don't go too crazy on this, to be perfectly honest. I try to get all the weeklies and just fill in with the daily bounties where I can. But of course, you might be far more studious than me and go and do all 8 from each person every day as much as you can after you have your weeklies. So those are your bounties that you really need to go for a nice juicy XP influx. And remember, when you're turning these in the new season, there are XP mods on your ghost. For example, Blinding Light. Make sure you've got that stuck in there. It'll give you a 12% increase in the XP when you turn it in. And also, if you turn it in when you're in a fire team, you'll also get a percentage boost to your XP as well. But that's kind of governed by how far along you are on the season pass, because it goes up in 2% increments. And remember, bounty collection isn't just limited to one character. If you've got 3 characters and 3 different classes, you can do it on each one of those as well to really give you a nice stash of XP before we pile on in. And as a little end note here, the things that are going to be going away in Season 17, we already know about the Etheric Spiral, and we know about the other crafting elements, so it's only neutral that's remaining, but the weapons that are going to be leaving are the Occluded Finality Sniper Rifle, these are from Iron Banner, and the Finite Impactor Hand Cannon. From the Nightfalls, the Comedian Shotgun's buggering off, as well as the Palindrome Hand Cannon, and then finally from the Trials of Osiris, the Shayura's Wrath Submachine Gun, and the Messenger Pulse Rifle as well. So if you've got opportunities to earn them, we'll see what happens on reset, but other than that, they're going to be sodding off for good, or at least for the near future. Now, I think we're going to be having a good few reveals about what's happening in the new season. We know nothing about it, so give me a like and a subscribe and hit the notification bell, because I shall be reporting back to you exactly everything that I know and find out about the new season dropping next week. Thank you so much for watching, and I shall speak to you all again very soon. Sausage out.